If you're tired of your makeup enhancing every little fine line, every wrinkle, adding texture, then keep watching for my best tips on how to enhance your beauty without the added texture and definitely not accentuating those fine lines or wrinkles. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kimber. I'm the creator and founder of Rustic Touch Beauty. I am a fire wife and mama to 4, and I have been in the beauty industry as a licensed cosmetologist for the last 12 years. However, 5 years ago, I left the salon world to be home with my babies. How to enhance the beauty that's already there through hair, makeup, and skincare tips. My goal here is for you to achieve that salon quality finish without the expensive price tag, all from the comfort of your own home. So if you're new around here, be sure to say hi in the comments below. And if you enjoyed what you learned today, I would love if you hit that subscribe button and gave this video a thumbs up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. One of the biggest struggles I hear from my community when it comes to makeup is they're not sure why their makeup is enhancing their fine lines, texture, their wrinkles, and they don't know what they're doing wrong or how to fix it. And my biggest tip for them is, first and foremost, are you using a cream foundation? If you're using powder or even if you're using liquid, this can sometimes play a huge role into why your makeup is looking the way it is and enhancing some of that texture that we don't want. Now, unfortunately, makeup can't erase our wrinkles. Darn it. I wish it could, but it can't. However, makeup can help sort of camouflage the wrinkles that are there by not enhancing them and making them stand out more. The reason why I love cream foundation, and the one that I use specifically, comes from the Saint Beauty line. If you are interested in trying this makeup line, I highly recommend it, and I have information in the description box below on how you can get started to get a custom professional shade match from me so that you know exactly what shades are right for you. Usually once you submit your form, it's about 24 to 48 hours till you'll get an email and a text from me. So be sure to check the description box below and get that information. I've used Saint Beauty makeup for the past 5 years, and one of the biggest reasons is because, like I said, it's a cream foundation. And with Saint specifically, their foundation is about 30% more pigmented than traditional foundation. So what that means is you actually can use less while achieving more. Because it is so pigmented, you don't need to keep layering so much of it on your face, because when you layer things, that's when you start to create texture, unwanted texture, to your skin. When it comes to cream, less is more. Honestly, that should be a general rule of thumb for any makeup, but specifically with cream foundation, less is going to be more. And when you're trying not to enhance wrinkles, less is more. So throughout this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how I apply my makeup, what techniques I use, because brushes do play a big factor in this as well. But you will find as you continue to watch this tutorial that one of the beautiful things about cream foundation as well is it's not meant to settle into your skin. In fact, it's meant to sit on top of your skin, which is what helps give it that skin-like finish, as well as it doesn't settle into fine lines or wrinkles. So the first thing that I actually do before I get started on my makeup is I apply this BB cream right here. This is the Youth Activating BB Cream. What I love is it has 30 SPF in it, and it's a tinted BB cream. So I'm going to apply this all over my face, making sure I'm rubbing it in all nice and even. I love this BB cream specifically because, like I said, it does have SPF 30 on it, so I'm protected from the sun, but also watch how it starts to even out my skin tone. Okay, after that, I'm gonna move into my palette. This is what my palette looks like. This is custom tailored to me, so all these shades you see, these are meant for my skin tone specifically. One thing I love about Saint as well is there are so many different colors, different shades to choose from that you really can find the perfect combination for your skin. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my contour. So this is the detail brush. It's also from Saint. Love, love, love this brush for contouring. It's dense, but it still has some movement to it. So it's going to, again, help with more of that less is more finish that we're going for. So I'm first going to start here on my forehead, and I'm gonna get that on there nice and light. Again, the order of application really is up to you. That's the nice thing about having a custom palette. Whatever order you prefer it to go in, do that order. For me, I like to do my contour first. So once I have it applied to my forehead, I'm gonna go ahead and start right here, right on my cheekbones. I almost said jawbone, right on my cheekbones. And we're just pressing that color in. So I started back here, you know, at my ear, and then I'm working my way down, and I'm kind of going in this stippling motion because this is what's going to help blend it all in. One thing with contour is you want there to be a line, but you want it to be a blended line. So how you do that is I initially kind of apply that to my skin here, and then I'll take that brush and just lightly tap the outer edges to help get that blending in. So watch it again on this side. Okay, once you get kind of the blend that you need, you can stop there, and you can always go back at the end and just touch up any parts that maybe you felt like the contour got down too low and you want to kind of chisel that out. I'll show you how to do that at the very end. Next, I'm going to kind of take the side of my brush here, and I am just dipping that in so that I can contour my nose. And I'm just taking the side of that brush. When you're contouring your nose, you want to make sure that you keep those lines, depending on the shape of your nose, you want to keep those lines fairly close to each other if you're wanting to narrow out the shape of your nose, which is kind of what I'm trying to do here with mine. Towards the end, it gets a little bulbular. Another place you can put contour is also on your jawline. So I put that right on that jawbone. This is really going to help define my face and define my features so that I don't feel so flat and one-dimensional. Our faces are not one-dimensional, so our makeup shouldn't be either. So don't be afraid to contour. Contour is actually a necessity when it comes to aging skin because you want to bring lift back to your face. And one way to do that is through contour. All right, that looks about good for blending. I'm still actually going to use this same brush, the detail brush, except I'm going to use this end, and I'm going to be dipping it into this shade right here, which is technically called my color corrector. So when it comes to color correcting any discoloration on my skin, I actually want to go darker with that color. It's going to neutralize that redness or any unwanted spots that you don't want. It's actually going to neutralize it better. A lot of people think you actually need to go lighter, but that's not true. Going lighter, that is what's going to accentuate any wrinkles, texture, things like that. So you need to make sure you're going darker on those specific areas. Now the key with this too is watch how I tap my brush in here. I'm not swiping, I'm tapping, because you want to pick up just like the ever slightest amount here. That way you guys can see just the ever slightest amount of product. And from there, I have some redness right here around my nostrils. This is a common place. A lot of us have some redness because we typically have a lot of broken capillaries in that area. So I'm just gonna go in here with my brush in this soft swirling motion to help neutralize that. Another spot that I notice immediately is my under eyes. So using that same brush, again, I'm tapping and I'm gonna focus it right here in this area. In here where I'm seeing a lot of blueness, kind of purpliness, I'm just going to focus that color right in that area, okay? I'm not gonna sweep it like all the way across my eye. I wanna focus that color corrector just right on the inner corner. Same on the other side. I always recommend applying your makeup with a brush. I know it's super trendy right now. We see like the dot method, the dot look, you know, where people are just kind of placing the makeup on with their fingers and then blending it all. That method can work for some people. You will probably never see me do that on this channel. If I do, call me out on it. But rarely do I use that method because brushes make all the difference when you are trying to pinpoint something specifically. There are certain scenarios where, you know, your finger can come in handy. It's your best tool when it comes to that. But for what we're trying to do, a brush is going to give you more control, and it's going to help decrease getting those fine lines creasing under your eyes. Okay, we're gonna switch gears a little bit to a new brush. And again, if you are someone who you are struggling with makeup settling into those fine lines, wrinkles, The blend brush, also from Saint, is going to be your best friend. So I'm just tapping very lightly in there. You can see there's just a little bit amount of product here on the brush. And we're gonna start right here, just below the contour line that we've already created, and then right in between this contour line. And notice how I'm going just in really light circular motions to just give a little bit of coverage here that I want, but nothing super overdone. Okay, same on this side. We're gonna work around our chin here. And that is it for my main shade. Thanks to that BB cream that we used first, you kind of get a little bit of extra coverage. You've got your SPF, which means you really only need to go into these areas pretty lightly. You'll notice with this makeup specifically, it's kind of like a paint by number. You're putting specific colors in certain areas of your face so that you create more of a one-layered makeup. So I'm not putting any makeup here on my cheeks because that's where blush is gonna go. If you are someone who you have maybe rosacea and your cheeks are more red than you'd like, then this is where you would go in with your color corrector to help kind of diffuse out that redness. But don't be afraid to use a blush that's going to play into the beautiful colors that your skin already has. I'm going to switch brushes again. This is called the Shape brush. It's amazing for bronzer and blush specifically. The Shape brush is what I'm going to use for my bronzer today. And here's my bronzer right here. You guys, I'm still working out of the same palette, or tapping that brush into that product very, very lightly. Now with bronzer, you're going to apply that on features that stick out. Features where the sun is actually going to hit them first, which is typically your forehead, cheekbones, your nose, chin. And this is going to give your skin just that fresh, off the beach, dewy, glowy look that we all crave. I'm going to tap that just a little bit on my nose and a little bit on the edge of my chin here. And then we kind of just take that brush in swirling motions again and blend that out just a bit. One thing also that I love about, there's a lot of things I love about cream, is if you mess up, it blends out really easily. You don't have to like wipe all your makeup off and start over. You just kind of keep blending with your brush till it softens it to what you originally wanted it to look like. Okay, so with that same brush, I'm actually going to use this end now, and I'm going to move into my brightener for my face, which is this color right here. Again, we're tapping very lightly so that there's minimal product here on this brush. All right, and I'm going to start out right here on my forehead, and you can see I'm just tapping very lightly that product right here at the center of my forehead. This is what's going to help the light kind of catch your skin and again make it look just really healthy, glowy and natural, but bring in that brightness to our face that we're wanting. And then you can kind of take that brush and just lightly swirl that around to help blend it in. All right, now for under eyes. This is the point on our faces where my community has said, how the heck do I get this not to enhance? Because you want to make sure you're not using a color that's too light. Again, you're just tapping that brush in there very lightly, and you're gonna kind of go in a light kind of sweeping motion. You can kind of picture like a triangle right here under your eye. I like to bring that lighter color up like this, again, because I'm wanting to lift features on my face. And then you're just going to lightly sweep that under your eye. This is going to help tremendously with under eyes. I know when you're applying this, it's gonna feel like you're not putting anything on there. So take a before picture and then an after picture so you can really see the difference. Okay, same thing on the other side. Helps to look up too to help blend that in. All right, same brush. I'm gonna kind of pinch those bristles together like this, tap that into my brightener, and we're gonna go just on the bridge of my nose like this. And then just simply blend that out a bit. This is going to help with the kind of nose contouring that we're going for. You can also add a little bit of brightness on your chin here, and same right here. All right, now we're ready for blush. One of my favorites from Saint Makeup is this one right here. This is called Ibiza. It's the perfect amount of kind of a plumish nude kind of color. So still using the Shape brush, I'm just going to tap my brush in that color, and I'm gonna start right here at the top and then just kind of work my way down. Keep tapping that brush so that it blends in really nice. Same on this side. All right, now this is an exception for where you can use your fingers instead of a brush to apply your makeup, and that is with illuminator. This is the illuminator that I'm going to be using today. This is called Nova. It is a cream illuminator. What illuminator does is it basically gives you that lit from within glow that we all crave. See how pretty that is? Another area you can put it is right here on the Cupid's bow, as well as the tip of your nose, and then under your brow. I'm going to head and put some eyeshadow on and some mascara, do my hair, and come back. All right, you guys, hair, makeup, it is all done, ready to rock for the day. I cannot wait for you to see this fun eyeshadow combo I created that is perfect for fall, especially if you have green or blue eyes. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss that video. As always, guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I hope you had a takeaway and learned something new. Don't forget to say hi in the comments. Let me know what you thought. Give this video a thumbs up if you loved it, and I will see you next week.